Welcome to the San Esteban Island medium race, 32 seconds before the start. It's basically a straight shot round an island. You can go either east or west. I decided to go west of the island. It was probably 1 nautical mile shorter, and I thought the winds would be more favorable to do that. So off we go, and quite a good number of competitors here. Not sure who that is, but just getting a little bit in my way there. And due to the light winds today, most of this race is going to be sped up to 2 to 3 times the normal speed. Half of the field went on the east side using a broad reach over the north top and then east down the island, and I'm on the west side tacking down, and then we'll be able to broad reach across to the mark. So this was the slow part of the race, but probably the most enjoyable, because this tacking duel with myself and Edmund Dantes and Disco Infidel and Greg and Ben and Tommy, all of these guys were in the mix, very, very close, and it was very enjoyable hour or two of tacking back and forth. In the end, these guys were a little bit in front of me, but I was still close enough to, when we rounded the island, be close enough to catch up to them. So we got to the end of the island here, and you can see that Edmund Dantes is out in front and already made his turn. Off to my starboard side, a number of boats here: Disco Infidel and Paul and Ben. So I make the turn and am able to get my Kodo on. I have to watch it very, very carefully during this leg. Not really getting into, to not get it into the 80s. So I switched to keep the apparent wind, and trimmed up for just over TWA of around about 90-91. So we have Disco Infidel. I'm in his wind here, and he speeds off a little bit, but in a few minutes time I will turn off and get on his windward side and be able to match both himself and Ben and get into second place. Now, of note here is down the bottom, going in a southeasterly direction, is Parax. This is important if you're a dev and watching this, because this is the route he took, and it'll become apparent later when I show you the race results. So on our way to the first mark here, or the second mark, and you can see that Edmund Dantes is still in front of me. I've passed those 2 other guys. Disco Infidel said that he'd had a bit of problem with wind at one stage. I don't know if that was a bug or not, but apparently it just died. And we see that he's gone almost around the mark now, and there he goes. Now, I was already thinking that I wasn't going to go around the island, that I would come back the same way, but if he'd gone a different way, I probably would have gone the other way, just for the hell of it. But in the end, his choice to go east around the island. Didn't work out for him, and I'm quite happy that I've decided to do a complete 180 and go back the way that I'd come. So I kept the Kodo on for probably 20 or 30 seconds and then changed to the jib, and on the real downwind leg, which was after the point that we'd just gone around, I kept Kodo on. It probably was a little iffy. I could probably have done a Jenica for a little bit, but I think the Kodo gave me a bit more speed in the end. And it was quite nice passing some of the other boats as they were coming around to the mark. Quite enjoyed that. And initially Disco Infidel also headed north, but then changed his mind and decided to come back the way he'd come as well. In the end, that was a good decision. I was quite surprised during this leg that Ben did seem to catch me a little bit. I couldn't get any more speed out of the boat, but maybe my angle was a little bit wrong in the beginning, and I had to get my waypoint right. Of note, just a couple of seconds ago, you could also see Parax was very south of our position, and quite a way on. Just trimming up again. Yep, we can see Parax down there, very, very south, as I keep on passing the boat still going to the mark. Anyway, we get to the point, and I get to change sails. Ben is not that far behind me, with Greg there as well, and just searching for the Kodo. And initially I thought I'd made a mistake by putting the Kodo on, but as long as I kept as close to the island as I possibly could, especially in the initial points, it allowed me to get up the island just using the Kodo, so that was very good. And then just checking the race results as they are, you can see that I'm first, Ben's second, Greg's third. Tommy's doing well as well, and the next little cut is me crossing the finish line. So yeah, I won. Or did I? No, I didn't. Parax won in 2 hours, 33 minutes, 8 seconds. The guy that was south, that never even went around the mark. Amazing. Anyway, you gotta laugh if you don't cry, but you know, there are some bugs still. So Ben, Greg, Tommy, Disco Infidel, and all the guys. The rest of this video has no narration. It's just people coming over the line. So with that said, I hope the devs watch this again. It makes out of the 3 races I did this weekend, 2 of them affected me in terms of bugs, mainly maybe because I'm just unlucky. But I want to say thank you to all of the guys in the race. It was really nice chatting to you all, and I'll see you in the next race next weekend. Okay, don't forget the community races during the week. Okay, bye-bye.